Okay, everybody, I am so excited today because Katee Sackhoff is back on the show, and we are at Celebrity Authentics in Hollywood. How you doing today, Katee?
I am so good. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time we're meeting in person, so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Now, you just signed a bunch of autographs, took photos, but you've been doing that for a long time, and you have Battlestar Galactica, all these epic things you've done.
Yeah.
Do you still have that same excitement for it? Do you still feel a lot of passion to it?
You know, it never gets old. It honestly doesn't. I think that I always have enjoyed it, but I think that the gratitude to the fans and to be able to participate in these moments only grows as my career grows and I get older and start to get nostalgic myself.
Do you still have people come talk to you in Battlestar Galactica tongue with the fracks?
They do. I think every single time I see them, at least every convention, a handful or a couple handfuls of times, someone will say, "What do you hear, Starbuck?" And it used to make me roll my eyes, and now I just go, "Nothing but the rain." I still roll my eyes a little bit.
No, I love that answer. And what I love too is that you're really leaning into the rebranded podcast you do, and now it's the Sack Off Show.
Yes.
And you've been crushing it. You had Mike Flanagan on recently,
Yeah.
which I love that episode. So, what I'm wondering, and having a type like a Joel McHale too recently,
Yeah.
as an interviewer, do you handle different types of guests differently, like what you kind of want to get out of, let's say, a Mike Flanagan versus Joel McHale?
I think so. I think what it comes down to is the way that I've been doing handling my interviews is I'll do my research and I do some pretty extensive deep dives into people, and then I just let the interview happen. And I think that I'm letting the guest dictate where the show goes and what we talk about. And then I'm ready to ask questions and follow-ups based on the research that I've done. But what I love about what's happening with the Sackhoff Show is that we're really flies on the wall in a conversation between two friends, and I think that people are feeling that, and so you're getting a type of conversation that isn't normal for podcasts, because it really does feel like you just picked up in the middle of a conversation and you're listening to friends talk for an hour and a half. And I love it. And I love having, Joel McHale was just an awesome guest, but Mike Flanagan's phenomenal. And I'm pulling from my friends. I've gone through my friend list, but I'm also pulling from people that I'm fans of, who I've met. Simon Pegg comes out on Tuesday, huge guest, and I listened to the interview, and as a friend but also fan of Simon, the interview is really wonderful. Really wonderful. And I'm excited.
I can't wait to hear that. That's really exciting news. And I'm wondering too, because you're getting so good at hosting, when you're now doing interviews on the other side, are you like extra paying attention to what I'm asking you and kind of aware now of both sides?
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny because I now know, and I've been doing this for a while, so I did have the idea of this is what the interviewer wants. This is the soundbite. This is what they want to talk about. Because at the end of the day, and I know this more than anybody now, is that clicks equate to follows and equate to this potential sponsorship that you can make from a podcast, which podcasts are not free. It costs a lot of money to create a podcast, and so I know that now more so. So I try to give interviewers like a clip out.
So can I give you that clippy question right now?
Please let me give you some juice.
Okay, so the thing I think everyone in the Katee Sackhoff world is so excited about is you announced that you're doing Silk Spectre for the Watchmen animated Chapter 1 movie in August. Can you tell us anything about that or how excited you are for that?
I think that this is a really, really fun take on it, but it's staying true to what everybody wants it to be. When I first became aware of Watchmen and saw what Malin Ackerman did with Silk Spectre, I was in awe. She was wonderful. And to be able to sort of add to that character and to that world is a dream. I think that fans will be really happy with what they see.
Oh, that's so exciting. And did you read the comic before? Have you read it earlier, or did you just not even, you want to go in cold?
No, so I definitely looked at the comic. My brother owned the comic, and so it was an easy thing for me to find, for sure. And I love to always take a character like that, a character that exists that I can go and I can do my research and my backstory on. I love to take a character like that. I love to pay tribute to everything that has come before, but also find a way to make it my own.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, and that makes me so excited even more. And it's so cool too with Bo-Katan, whose helmet is behind us right now, that she keeps appearing in so many Star Wars projects I love, like Tales of the Empire most recently. But you have such experience in that universe now. I'm wondering, have you ever thought about, doing a Bryce Dallas Howard type thing? I know you're friends with, directing an episode. You wanted to dip into that.
Directing is something that has been on my mind for a while. It is not easy, but a wonderful human being, Edward James Olmos, said to me at one point that at its core, directing is putting the camera where the story is. So if you can figure out where the story is and figure out exactly what story you're trying to tell is, you put the camera there and then you let the story tell itself.
Oh, no, that's great advice for directors, too. That makes me really want to see you direct something, so I hope that's coming. And I also want to know, too, so you moved to L.A. when you were 17. I just moved here a month ago from New York. So
I love that.
Yeah, I am a rookie. Is there any advice you can give
It's
me?
hard for New Yorkers to move to LA. You either love the actual landscape and that you can actually see the horizon, or you're like, why is there so much blue? It's like you're either a New Yorker or you're like a Los Angelino. So
Yeah, so I gotta earn my stripes here, is what you're kind of saying.
You do. You're gonna have to get some sunburns.
Exactly. It is really hot. People don't know it's like 96 degrees right now.
I know.
But yeah, Katee, this has been a great time talking to you again. Thank you so much for doing this again. And everyone, watch the Sackhoff show. Like she said, Simon Pegg is coming on. And of course, all the Star Wars Project with Bo-Katan. And you got to check out Battlestar Galactica if you ever had. I just watched for the first time recently. So
Did you?
Yes, I did. So amazing.
Did it disappoint?
No, I loved it.
That's 20 years coming, so that's holding out for a while.
No, and I think it was cool seeing in the reverse order, seeing you more in your newer stuff and then your older stuff, kind of see like, oh my God, she's been amazing this long. So really cool.
I've been blessed with some pretty phenomenal characters for over 25 years now. So my only hope is that it just continues to keep coming. So.
Well, look, you got Silk Spectre now, so it keeps rolling. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope talking in the future again, Katee.
Thank you. It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.